Hi, my name is Pat Benincasa, and I'm here in Toronto from St. Paul, Minnesota. And I came here to do the TSA AIR, the Artist in Residence program, and I've been here for 4 weeks. My predominant work, just to give you a brief background, I work in dimensional glass, and I constructed a 7-ton glass and steel waterfall on the state capitol grounds in Minnesota. I've done 3-dimensional chapel windows and freestanding sculpture. So a lot of my work's been done in dimensional glass, but at the heart of my work is my passion for geometry. And from there, I began to look at urban maps, street maps, and if you look at them, they're beautifully laid out. They're gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And as I began to look at those, I moved my work from dimensional glass towards this urban design of cities. And as I began to explore cities, it brought me to the Rust Belt cities of America. Those are the cities that were all the manufacturing hubs, the steel centers, car centers, etc. Canadians have the Golden Horseshoe. We have the American Rust Belt. Mm-hmm. And that brings me to the work. I was doing 10-foot sheet metal and concrete paintings with rust of these street maps, mm-hmm, of these major cities. Now, if you fast forward to right now in Toronto, I obviously couldn't bring bags of concrete and huge pieces of sheet metal. Mm-hmm. So I had to find a body of work to do that was small, containable, that I could do at the studio provided to me. So what I did was, I've been working on Youngstown in Pennsylvania. That was a steel capital of the United States. United States Steel Corporation destroyed all those beautiful factories and blast furnaces. Mm-hmm. As I began to research them, I found them just to be beautiful. You know, they call I'm from the Midwest of America, and they call grain elevators the prairie cathedrals. When you look at these blast furnaces, there's something so elegant and poignant about them, and so many lives went into these places. And so the body of work that I did here are made on sheet metal with rust and oil paint. And I selected certain blast furnaces to really show almost like a recollection. Like when you're driving by the side of the road and you see an old torn down blast furnace. I don't think there's anybody that hasn't had that experience. So I want these to hover like a memory. And two of them are in an atmosphere of rust, and the blast furnaces are hovering in black. Not a lot of detail. Like memory, you have to conjure it up. Mm-hmm. And then the final one, I made the blast furnace out of rust in a sea of dark. Mm-hmm. My coming here was a decision. There's a point that sometimes the little things of life begin to chip away at you. They chip away at you. Now, I'm an artist. I built my studio in my backyard. I'm a builder, and I did the specs. I built it, so I commute 12 feet to my studio, which is really a wonderful thing. And so I'm pretty disciplined about going to my studio every day. I teach at the College of Visual Arts. I'm really very disciplined. Thank God, okay? And I mean that. But there's a point when you keep going and you go and you go and you go. And I thought, what can I do? I want to start thinking bigger. I want big thoughts, big ideas. Not that a 7-ton glass and steel waterfall isn't big, okay? It's kind of big and it's never been done before to have a dimensional skylight, okay? But I'm talking about bringing the inside to the outside. So while in Toronto, I thought about it, and what I did was, and this is so contrary to my nature, I went and got a tattoo. This is so unlike me. I know you don't know me, but I designed a tattoo, a purple iris, and in honor of my grandmother Rafaela. And I had it, and when I designed it, it was really tiny. And the tattoo shop filled with all these young kids, and they're all in there with their arms covered, and I'm coming in my little purple iris. And they said, that's way too small. We can't make it that small. Now there was a part of me saying, no, don't do this, it's too big. And I said, let's do it. And then when they did it and I walked out and I thought, oh my God, that is the size of Nebraska. Okay, let me make it the size of Calgary, okay? And I was horrified that I did it. But in the month that I've been here and doing the work, it seems so right. So you ask, what is my reminder? That when the world is too much with me, or I get scared about making a move, or I want to do something that's absolutely in my work outrageous, there it is. This little subtle, delicate flower, just with a sense of humor, laughing and saying, it's okay, dream big. That's what you've given me, Toronto. Thank you.